But I'll give you a little behind-the-rope truth. Because of the battle we're going to have between Trump, J.D. Vance, and Kamala Harris, and whoever her VP pick is, Fox News, MSNBC, and CNN are going to have huge ratings in September, October, and November. That won't be good for me or ESPN or anybody hosting a sports talk show. So what do we need to survive until early November? We'll be fine in mid to late November, December, January, February. People will be exhausted by political talk. But up to the election, massive record-breaking numbers. Record-breaking. The Republican National Convention. Think about the history of Fox News. Shattered records. And we're still months away. There are 4 stories that can go a long way in keeping our little telecasts interesting. Number 1, Caleb Williams hits in Chicago. Major market, iconic brand. He looks a little like Mahomes. Suddenly they're scoring points, and for the first time in all of our lives, Chicago is a dynamic offense with the next Patrick Mahomes. I think it's possible he'll make rookie mistakes, but Cole Kmet, Keenan Allen, Roma Dunze, DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift, a better-than-you-think offensive line. Not a great defense in that division with Minnesota, Green Bay, or Detroit. It's possible. Is it probable? That would help us. Number 2.
Okay, so let's talk about this because I really want to first ask Chicago Bears fans if they feel this, if they feel that the media is really leaning on them, because that's what I've personally witnessed. I'm not in Chicago, so I don't have, real access to all the local feel of it, local media, radio, whatever it may be. But definitely nationally, I personally have seen the Chicago Bears content through the roof, beyond even just Caleb Williams. Initially, it was more Caleb Williams centered, but now it's just Chicago Bears just in general. And I'm seeing it just, on ESPN, Fox Sports. Like it just feels like it's everywhere. FS1. And we see shows like The Herd, First Things First, NFL Live, whatever it may be. Any of the shows, like it seems like every day there's a Chicago Bears story. Honestly, right now it's just kind of the same story again and again and again. And I'm just really curious if you guys feel that extra attention, or if you felt you got similar attention when it was just kind of like some Justin Fields hype, because it does seem like the media wants the Chicago Bears fans so badly. They want that media. It's such a massive market. And I know personally that when I do Chicago Bears fans, when I do Chicago Bears videos, they get a super high level of engagement. Like people are really interested in the Chicago Bears more than they ever have been in the past. I think it's really awesome. I think it's, incredibly exciting. I think it's fascinating to hear what Colin is saying, because he obviously has like decades of experience doing this. And he's always been very honest about ratings and the media and some of the behind the scenes stuff. So like you can really trust what he's saying here. Right? You really can. There's no reason to kind of reject it. He's got a wealth of experience. He's been through many, many elections. He understands media. I mean, it's his literal expertise. And it's just crazy to think that like the Chicago has been struggling for years and years and years, hasn't been able to, get much going in recent history from an NFL perspective. And now they're saying, you're going to be our heroes. We need you to be our heroes. Save us. Like Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams, save us. And then Caleb Williams, talk about pressure. Before Caleb Williams just had the pressure and the expectations of saving the Chicago Bears and that franchise, and maybe Matt Eberflus and whoever. And now it's like, no, you need to save like all of sports media right now, because apparently because of the elections, and it's going to be so crazy, and they need it. And it's interesting to me too, because obviously if you're watching this video, you're watching it on YouTube. And I wonder if what he's saying has to do with more TV and radio ratings, because I guess like if you're on the TV, if you watch him on TV or listen to him on the radio, right? Like I just wonder if it's more because it's live and because it's like you only have so much time to maybe watch them. Maybe you have an hour lunch break, or you're driving on your commute, and so you can only pick and choose between listening to Colin Cowherd or whoever while you're driving or while you're eating, or you can listen to the news and political type stuff. And I wonder if in a heightened political environment, more people are like, I'm going to skip the sports now because I can't believe, did you see what happened with so and so? I can't believe he said that, whatever it is. But I wonder if on YouTube it doesn't have that same pull. Like, I wonder if during a political year, people also technically have a limited time on YouTube, right? They can't watch videos forever. And I wonder if they're like more likely to click those political views, those political videos over, say, a sports video during that time. Like, I really have no frame of reference. It's just, I wanted to look back because I did post a video that was very, very popular. I'm not going to mention the event, but the thing that happened with the with the previous president, the whole thing that went down, that was pretty intense. Like, I posted a video that was definitely going up, and I don't think it then suddenly stopped. I think people were still watching it and engaging with it at the same rate they were. So I just wonder if people on YouTube who are watching these sports clips, if they're going to like less likely click those videos. It's an interesting question, quite honestly. But yeah, I think it's such a cool place for Chicago to be in, honestly, to hold that weight, to have that level of power, to have that level of interest. And I feel like some Chicago fans are going to be really excited about it and be like, that's right. We're relevant. We're here. We're important, bow down to us. But then I feel like other fans are going to be like, we don't want you. We don't want your attention. It's not authentic. Get out of here. Right. Or stop putting that on us. Let us just do our own thing. And I really just say you guys all should enjoy it, honestly. Chicago Bears fans, like, you should have fun with the heightened attention, with the heightened expectations, with the heightened burden, honestly. Like, it's going to be so cool because if the Bears are actually a good team this season, which I fully believe they will be, and I believe Caleb Williams is going to be a great player, you're going to get such awesome deep dives and deeper access on these other mainstream shows where they're going to really unpack the Bears so much more deeply, not unlike what they do with the Dallas Cowboys, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Eagles, more recently the the Jets. Like, you'll get 49ers, like, you're a more important team now, and so you get, not only do you get extra attention, but then you get extra analysis, which I think is cool, right? You get a more complex and 360-degree view of your team and how the season is going that I don't think you necessarily get from like local media, right? I mean, I think especially if you're a big consumer of local media, personally, I always think it's like super biased. It's either like 1000% unconditionally positive or like super, super, super negative, like as Jared Goff talked about with Detroit and stuff. And I actually, that's why I do favor more mainstream media a little bit, because I think you can find your way to get like a little bit more unbiased attention. But the problem is you don't get as necessarily a deep dive, especially if you're just like kind of like an average general team or a smaller market team. But with Chicago, not only are you a massive market, but you will also potentially be a really great team. And so I just think you're going to get like some like unprecedented levels of attention, nationally, which I think is just awesome. I really do. I think I'm such a person that likes variety. For me, it's kind of boring to kind of watch these shows and see the Cowboys, and the Chiefs and the Ravens and the 49ers. And it's just like every day it's the same thing. Will Dak Prescott be able to win a Super Bowl? Will Dak Prescott be able to win a Super Bowl? Will Dak Prescott be able to win a Super Bowl? And it's like, I don't know. I don't care. Talk about something else. Talk about the Jaguars for all I care. Tell me something more. Honestly, actually tell me, what do you think's going on with Peterson and Trevor Lawrence? I don't want to keep talking about Dak and McCarthy. So that's why I think it's really cool to start to add some of these other teams into the fold, whether it be the Chicago Bears, the Houston Texans, bringing Green Bay back into the mix, the Lions back into the mix. Like, it's just fun to me. It's more interesting when we can get these other teams and kind of hop around rather than just talk about the same 2, 3, 4 teams day after day after day. So I'm relying on Chicago, honestly, not even necessary for views and ratings. I don't have ratings. But for me, I just want more teams to talk about. I want more interesting things. I want Caleb and the Chicago Bears to succeed because it will be more fun to talk about. And I want to make videos that people want to talk about, that people want to engage with and be part of. So I can see where Colin is coming from that regard, because let's say Chicago isn't that good, then we're forced to talk about the Cowboys again, and we're forced to talk about the Chiefs again, and it's just like gets repetitive content. And so then I guess like if you are interested in other things, then you will maybe be like, I'll skip this video and I'll go watch the politics or whatever it may be. So I guess if Caleb, especially Caleb, probably more than anything, can like really ball out and do some of those cartoonish Patrick Mahomes type moments, then people would be, it'll be a fire starter. People will be talking about it nonstop. And then of course with sports media, it'll be like really crazy conversations, because it'll be like, will Caleb Williams become the first Super Bowl MVP the rookie year? Will Caleb Williams be the next GOAT? Can he surpass Tom Brady? Like, there'll be like very, very, very extreme segments. And honestly, in a way, like, I'm kind of for it. Like, on one side, I'm like, oh my God, that's a little, we're going a little too extreme. But the other side, it's just fun content. So there is a lot of responsibility, Chicago Bears fans. And Caleb, I know you're watching. Please bring it. Please bring it. Colin needs you. Colin needs you. First Things First needs you. First Take needs you. Like, apparently the NFL needs you. You got this, man. I believe in you. So, but those are just my thoughts. I would absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Colin's whole viewpoint about how the Chicago Bears are going to be like a massive player in helping ratings go up against politics and stuff, pretty much saving us from the political climate? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I would absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.